Corey and Kaidi, green means bike lane. Stand here long enough, you might see an electric bike or an electric scooter. Technically, those aren't allowed in New York. We've seen them confiscated. Riders could be subject to a fine of a couple of $100. They are allowed in 100 cities around the globe, Paris, D.C., L.A. In New York, electric scooters have been the focus of conversations and demonstrations. To allow them technically on New York's roads, the state of New York would have to legalize e-scooters and electric bikes. Senate Bill S-5294 is currently sitting in committee. Some New York lawmakers have remarked the scooters wouldn't fit in with all the cars, bikes, and pedestrians. That brings us to the people sitting in this room at a town hall Wednesday night.
I think people are looking in New York specifically for ways to increase access to transportation throughout the city, especially in places where there may not be as much access to different choices.
It's called micro-mobility. Here's the head of public affairs for the scooter company called Bird.
It stands to reason they would want to see it tested outside the central core. I think that's advisable. I do think there's tremendous potential for micro-mobility in Manhattan. I mean, if you think about the most congested parts of the city, the parts of the city where you don't want people riding solo in the backseat of an SUV, it's Manhattan. And so I think we'll get there.
E-scooters are legal in Hoboken and in the state of New Jersey. The governor in New Jersey signed a bill to allow them there at the beginning of May. Police in New Jersey and the e-scooter companies are doing educational campaigns after some issues once the scooters first appeared.
The safety challenges are real. There's a lot that has to be done about educating drivers.
And educating riders. The New York State legislative session wraps up mid-June. Other cities and other states have worked together to find areas to store the scooters, to make sure there is a campaign. This should remind a lot of people about a discussion we all had when City Bike arrived in 2013. Along First Avenue in Manhattan, Greg Mocker, Pix 11 News.